Nasarawa State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Lafia has sacked the incumbent Abdullahi Audu Sule of the APC as elected governor in the 18th March Gubernatorial poll. The tribunal held that the first petitioner, David Emmanuel Ombugadu of the PDP, was duly elected by majority of lawful votes cast. Well, this is serious matters here at Tony TV. Please do share videos, or drop your comment, make them simple and simple. Thank you very much for keeping pace with us. Well, events happening and unfolding, around our judiciary seem to be, doing well at the, the lower level, the state level, and all of that. Because we've been hearing even, the ruling party, being removed from office, just like what we had in Nasarawa State. Should we now say that the judiciary at the, at the state level are doing proper justice than serve the ones at the federal level, or what? Well, just points to, to ruminate about. On March 20th, INEC declared the APC candidate and incumbent governor Sule winner with 347,209 votes, defeating his closest challenger, Dr. Ombugadu of the PDP, who scored 283 and 16 votes. In April, Ombugadu and the PDP approached the tribunal, challenging the declaration of Sule as governor by INEC. Sule and APC were listed as first, second, and third responded respectively, while the PDP accused the state's INEC officials of connivance and computing results in error. According to the petition, the results from Egon, Awe, Lafia, Kefi, local government councils, as announced by the returning officers, were at variance with IRF voter results. INEC certifies true copies, and the polling unit results from the INEC certified true copies results and the IRF portals, given to PDP. The APC scored 289,524 votes, while the PDP recorded 293,653 votes. PDP won with a margin of 4,130 votes over APC. So we wonder where the returning officer got his results from. The party noted, well, it cannot be far-fetched when you see what happened in Adamawa State, that a returning officer went ahead to announce results even before collision was and they were telling the guy that they've not brought it. It doesn't matter. I have it here. I have it here. I have it here. Probably the guy was just drunk and didn't know what he was doing. He just was reading what they have written for him to write or to say. However, Muhammad Diko, Dr. Ayo Adekunle Amboka, all senior advocates of Nigeria, representing the first, second, and third respondent, prayed the tribunal to dismiss the petition in its entirety with costs awarded against the petitioner. They insisted that there were no credible witnesses presented by the petitioners to buttress their allegations of, computations errors and or reduction of votes in the calculation of the result. The same thing that they used to throw out the petitions of Obi and Atiku at the, at the presidential election petition tribunal are the same things that this senior advocate of Nigeria wanted to bring up here. They also urged that the petitioners dumped the Beavers machine and the IRF records at the tribunal without presenting the records in the IRF and the Beavers machine, or even displaying them for everyone to see, so as to show what was contained in the records. Well, I want to believe, first of all, that we need to get to a point in this country where people can vote electronically, and that the same thumbprints will not vote twice. We have phones, we carry, devices that use thumbprints, and no two thumbprints are the same. So if such devices are designed for us, and I should be able to vote from just anywhere. In fact, Nigerians in the diaspora will be able to vote. All they need to do is to have their voters card and all of that, and they will be able to vote. Unfortunately, we seem to be so backward technologically. Even the ones that have been, the 2023 election was one election that was hopeful, for majority of Nigerians who felt that since technology will be deployed at this time, that it will make our votes count. But unfortunately, the reverse was just the case. And I mean, we heard of cases where senatorial, records were going, House of Rep records were going, and then when the person just wants to put in the presidential was not going. That's because the computer can listen to you, and the computer will say, "Is that presidential you want to put in?" No, I will not receive it. It's sad. It's hard. And so those are the same issues that the sin advocates. But I want to believe that the judges were not looking in that direction. We had a three-man tribunal led by Justice Ezekiel Oyeyemi. He delivered their judgment by Zoom. Resolving the preliminary objection. The tribunal, held that APC's objection on Beaver's machine screenshot tendered by PDP is overruled because the Beavers reports were pleaded relevant and admissible. The tribunal further dismissed the objections and delved into the merits of the petition. The tribunal deducted the votes of Chiroma, having compared the entries in polling units results with the reward result. Also, the incorrect votes magically ascribed to Gayam is deducted. Also, the incorrect votes magically ascribed to Gayam is deducted. Chiroma and the Gayam regularized. And so before we came out with the winner of the election. Well, let's round up by saying, well, the tribunal upheld all the contentions of the first and the second petition by a majority decision of 2-1. The tribunal upheld the prayers of the petitioners that the votes were indeed inflated, sacked the incumbent, and affirmed Ombugadu, first petitioner, as duly elected, having pulled the majority of lawful votes cast. Well, I believe strongly that the incumbent Governor Sule will actually approach the appeal courts to know his fate for that. But then we hope that the appeal courts will do justice, to the case and petitions brought before it, just like we saw in Osun State. There was first of all a declaration that sacked Governor Ademola Adeleke, and of course later at the Supreme Court we had a reversal of that where his election was actually upheld. Well, this is still serious matters here at Tonif TV. I applaud the judiciary at the state level. They are doing quite well. Love the job because this is not the first time we're hearing of this. In fact, ruling parties have been thrown out of the office, bringing in, we cannot say that those ones were also being manipulated and all of that. So I want to believe that the judiciary is still doing its job, at least at this level. Well, let's see how things pan out. I would have loved to take one or two comments. We should let's just leave that alone. Feel free to drop a comment, make them simple, and say, let us know what your opinions are on this one. Thank you very much for watching. This is a win for the judiciary. Thank you very much.